Yo, it's Jake Mace, the vegan athlete, with my man here. Who are you?
Greg Peterson from the Urban Farm.
Where are we at right now?
We are at Longevity Gardens.
Which is my house.
Yeah.
This is the furthest back corner of my yard.
It is. It is.
Planted a lot of tropicals back here.
Right?
And this corner now is full of wood chips, full of tropical trees. It stays warmer in the winter, cooler in the summer.
Full of great soil. This soil is amazing.
This soil right here used to be 100% wood chips.
That's amazing.
Because the native dirt is still 2 feet below us right now.
Yeah, that is amazing, man.
And you have an extra peach tree called the Desert Gold Peach,
yeah.
which is one I don't have, which is your favorite.
Oh, nice. It's my favorite peach, man.
And I don't know why I have never planted one, because you've talked about it nonstop.
Nonstop forever, yeah.
And if we eat the peaches and they drip down our face, we can do it in this area and be okay back here.
There you go.
So we're gonna plant this Desert Gold Peach on camera in front of the audience.
Okay.
I've done plant a fruit tree so many times, I'm tired of plant a fruit tree videos.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
gonna time lapse the planting portion, and I have a link in the upper right hand corner of the screen right now if you wanna watch the full planting we did earlier.
Right.
I'm gonna time lapse this planting, and at the end of the video, you have to stick around to the end and watch what Greg's gonna do to this tree to make sure it thrives, survives, and is supercharged.
Yep.
Do you wanna give him a hint? What is it gonna be? What are you gonna do to this tree?
I'm going to make it so this tree will become a bush,
Okay.
and
It could fill up this whole corner.
it will fill up this corner, and it'll freak people out. It'll freak you out what I do to this tree. And in 3 years, we'll come back and look, and you are going to have the perfectly pruned peach tree back there.
Will I have delicious peaches? That's what
Absolutely.
okay.
Absolutely.
You heard him. Let's get to it. Cue the music, cue the time lapse now.
So this is a bare root tree. It's got no soil around its roots. And this is how they typically ship trees. So we're going to bury it up to about this point right here, and then we'll put wood chips around it. The really cool thing about this particular one, and like I said at the beginning of the video, it's going to freak you out what I do to this tree, but it's going to be a perfect tree. See, we've got nodes here that are budding out right here and right here, and those are going to become the main branches of the tree here over the course of the next 6 months.
So let me ask you a question. The process was somebody grew a peach from seed for the rootstock. A
Yes.
peach appropriate rootstock tree
Right.
from seed. And that became this part. So probably somebody took, they carved with a knife a piece of budwood off a delicious peach tree
Right.
and sutured it or bonded it or grafted it onto the rootstock.
Right there.
And now we have a
Exactly.
desert gold on top and a rootstock down below. They grew this in a field, dug it up, gave it to us.
Exactly.
Am I right?
That's exactly how it works.
And now it's gonna thrive here and grow into a mature tree at Longevity Gardens.
One of the really important things, this graft here has to stay above the soil.
Right.
If we bury this, if we were to plant this down here, it's going to kill the tree pretty much
Because it
immediately.
would like suffocate it or rot it,
Exactly.
one or the other.
So you'll notice on here that it looks like this tree was planted about right here. So we'll plant it back to that level.
Okay. Now Greg, my yard is a little different than yours. I don't have flood irrigation at my house. So I tend to, that scares me into using more wood chips than I think I need
Right.
to conserve moisture, water, all that jazz. So
Yep.
we're putting this guy in the back corner of the yard.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he'll fill up this entire corner. He'll grow above the fence eventually.
This is
And
this is a
he'll
perfect
share water with the Caracara orange, the Antonio mango, the star fruit.
Perfect.
They'll share.
Nice.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't have to dig anymore.
What?
We're done digging, boss.
Okay, cool. So let me really quick just show everybody what I put in here.
Okay.
I got this locally made living compost.
Nice.
Goes in the bottom. I've got some organic worm castings.
Nice.
That's gonna go in there. You guys want a
Isn't that
video
amazing?
where we show this more in detail? It's in the upper right hand corner of the screen or the description down below. I'm going fast this time. I've got a bucket full of rock dust, which is like chock full of 70 different minerals, including trace elements. And then I got a partner here to mix that up.
That's where I was going.
This is better than doing it by myself.
Oh, yeah. No kidding.
I oftentimes will say having 2 people is like doing something 4 times faster, because it's not 2 times faster, because together you're actually exponentially stronger than by yourself. So I think that 2 people can do 4 times the work.
Love it.
I have some mycorrhiza, which is the beneficial bacteria, or beneficial fungus, I should say, that's gonna create a web underneath the ground of like mushroom culture or mycelium.
Yeah.
That's going to connect my yard to this hole.
Nice.
And allow this tree to communicate, share nutrients, and talk with my other trees, like the internet.
Woohoo!
Like I can talk to somebody from Iraq. This tree can talk to the front yard if it wanted to through the mycelium.
There you go. And I'll tell you what, you have this really nice soil that we dug out of this hole. There's a fair amount of nice compost and stuff in there.
Because of my wood chips. It's native with the forest humus caused by my wood chips, you think, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you do the tree here, because you're better at growing peaches than me. You have great peaches at your urban farm.
Planted. All right.
That's the level. What do you think?
I think we're good.
So I'm gonna keep doing this exact same Jake Mace's mix on this fruit tree, and I'll come back to you guys at the end to let Greg shock the hell out of you.
So what do we have, a 4.5 foot tall tree right here?
Yeah, I'm a little over 6 feet. So up top on this peach tree, it's already got leaves coming out, and it's growing flowers already, and I'm really excited to see when these... What did you do to my tree?
This is what we did.
I was excited for these flowers.
I know.
What do I do with this?
Chip it in your new chipper.
All right. That's my tree, huh?
That's your tree.
Are you sure?
Well, we better be sure. I just cut it.
I know. Why did you do that?
So, I purposely picked this tree for you off of the yard this morning.
Because you brought this tree to me from your urban farm
pop-up nursery.
Pop-up nursery,
Right,
fruit tree
exactly.
program.
So, what I want you to notice is we've got some buds here, right here, right here, right here. They're already starting to bud out.
And these buds are alive.
These buds are alive.
They're about to pop.
They're about to pop. So within about 3 to 4 weeks, you're going to start getting branches growing there. And so it's your job, we'll come back and videotape this and show you more later. It's your job to get multiple branches coming out here so that we get a bush happening rather than a tree.
The graft is here, so you're still 6 inches above the graft.
Right. We cut it off. You always want to cut it off above the graft, which is right there. Yeah.
But I thought I was going to get a 5 foot tall tree from the get-go, so why wouldn't it be good to do that? Let me phrase it like this. If you were to take 2 of these trees and put them 5 feet apart,
right,
have one, leave it, the other one cut it, in 2 years, how would they look?
Well, this one's going to be more bush-like because we're going to nurture it out to be more of a bush rather than a tree. If we left it 5 feet tall, it would grow more like a tree. So you could, in 3 years, you could have a 20-foot tall tree and not have a bush. So this will grow the tree so that it's, 6, 8, maximum 10 feet tall into a bush, and you can pick it from standing on the ground.
Yeah, the peaches are pickable. More appropriate for an urban orchard application.
Exactly.
But also, wouldn't it be smart to prune it like you just did, because since it was dug out of the earth as a bare root,
it's been root pruned, that's right.
You root pruned it as well. You pruned the roots a little bit.
Yep.
And now those roots can't handle 5 feet.
Exactly.
Because they're not big enough.
Exactly.
So now the roots underneath you pruned can handle a 6-inch tree.
Exactly. I did this to document a 6-inch, basically it's a 6 or 8 inch tree. You could have cut it down, we could have cut it down to this height.
Yeah.
Or this height.
But you want me to keep covering this for updates here at the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So that in 2 years from now you can see the progress.
Exactly.
You have that much faith in me, right?
I absolutely do. This is an epic yard.
It is an epic yard. It's not the epic yard. That's down the street.
Down the street. This is an epic yard.
It's only 6 years in, but this is the first year. It's been 6 years now. I've been growing here from a dirt lot to this.
I know.
This is the first year where I feel like I'm not really taking care of it anymore. It's beyond me.
Yeah.
I feel like the trees are taking care of me.
Yeah. And you know what does that?
What?
The azomite, the mycorrhiza, the worm castings, the wood chips. You're building a microbiology in here that's just epic. It's just epic.
My analogy lately has been people always get their kids a terrarium or an aquarium full of fish or lizards.
Yep.
Growing up, I had fish and lizards, and when you have a fish tank, you had fish. Was it freshwater or saltwater?
Both.
Oh yeah. When you have fish tanks, and you're a fish guy, I know.
Yep.
you have to create an ecosystem inside that tank or else the fish die.
Right.
So trees are the exact same way. You
That's
have to
right.
create an ecosystem for the trees in your yard,
Yeah.
as intricate as a fish tank.
Right.
And
You got it.
it's mulch, it's companion trees, it's mycorrhiza, worm castings, rock dust, compost, all that stuff.
All that stuff.
You're the man.
Thank you, sir.
These videos are very relaxing for me. My other YouTube channel, I'm always punching and kicking people, so this is the more YouTube format that's good for my soul. So thank you,
Nice.
Greg. And
Absolutely.
check out
Thanks for
Greg
having me.
at,
urbanfarm.org.
and you can find me at jakemace.com or my social media, Jake Mace Tai Chi on Instagram, Snapchat, or my Urban Gardening in Arizona Facebook group, or my new monthly seed surprise program.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that.
Get a monthly box of seeds from me at seedbankbox.com. And definitely subscribe to us here at Vegan Athlete for updates of how this now severely pruned desert gold peach tree does through this year, 2017, and into the years in the future.
Nice.